Well, hi, and welcome to another LRCC Soundbite. I've only got one more disciple left in the original 12 to talk about, and this is the difficult one. It's the one that's often left out when people talk about them. His name? Judas Iscariot. We don't know exactly when Jesus asked him to join the group, and we don't really know what he did before joining, but we do know that he was with Jesus from very early on in his ministry. Judas looked after the money for the group, and is recorded as not always being honest with it. We're told he helped himself to money if he needed it. Towards the end of Jesus' life, there's a story about one of Jesus' friends called Mary. No, not his mum Mary, another Mary. But she took a jar of very expensive perfume and poured it on Jesus' feet and then wiped it away with her hair. It's a story of worship as Mary gave Jesus this most precious gift. In the story, though, we see Judas complaining and saying that the perfume should have been sold and that the money should have been given to the poor instead. Jesus disagrees publicly because the gift and the act of worship that it symbolised was far more. But when John, who wrote this story down, records it, he says that actually the real reason that Judas complained was so that he could have skimmed off more of the money. So it certainly seems possible that it was known amongst the group that this was going on, that Judas was taking money. Maybe this event, where Judas didn't quite get what he wanted, was something of a trigger, because the next story is about how Judas contacted the authorities and offered to betray Jesus so that they could arrest him. Now, Jesus had said many times that he would be betrayed, and yet the record also shows that he knew who it was going to be. And yet Jesus continued on his mission until the night came when he was going to be arrested. And Judas confirmed it to the arresting soldiers by going up to him and giving him a kiss. The Bible also tells us that although Judas was paid as agreed, he subsequently regretted his actions so much after Jesus had died that he committed suicide before Jesus rose back to life. So why did Jesus have him in the group? Why did he stand by while money was being taken? What can we learn from this? I want to suggest that, as sad as this part of the story might be, that it actually gives us a brilliant picture of just how far Jesus will go to include people. Judas was included in this group of 12 disciples, even despite what he was doing and despite what he would do in the future. It's a really important message, that the message of Jesus is for everyone, and the offer of getting to know Jesus and be forgiven for the wrong things we've done is for everyone. What we subsequently choose to do with that is up to us. But Jesus didn't exclude people for any reason, whether they complained, whether they stole, or whether they betrayed him. They were still given that opportunity, given the message and given the chance to make up their own mind. The message of Jesus actually is that the only way to restore the link between each one of us and God is through believing in Jesus and asking him to save us. Nothing else works. Sharing that message is what we're about. And we do that in the same way as we read about Jesus doing it, by being there for people, by being there for everyone we meet, not sitting in some ivory tower somewhere, but amongst people. Jesus sat amongst the people who needed him. He helped them. He loved them. He healed them when they were sick. He restored relationships. That's why we're here. That's the model we try and follow. And that's how we try and work. Do get in touch if you want to find out more. This message is for everyone. That we try to make sure we exclude no one. And we're happy to help anyone in any way that we can. So get in touch if we can serve you. And for now, I just wish you a great week ahead. God bless.